Now look at that, very pretty morning. And we just launched and I'm gonna head offshore. This is 4th of July, the day of Thursday. Hopefully we catch something, and we'll say a quick prayer before we head out, and we'll see you out there. That's a gorgeous sunrise. We're out in the Gulf finally. Got 35.5 miles. Hey everyone, this is Steven with Bama Saltwater. Thanks for tuning in. That was a gorgeous ride out here. We were 40 miles, 35, 40 miles out, sitting at about 200 to 600 feet of water. Now, I will get way more in depth on this once we catch a fish. I'm being optimistic, but I'm just gonna be trolling. Ilander and a ballyhoo rig. That's a blue and white Ilander. Penn Torque 60 with some Nomad Panderra braid backing, 50-pound mono Topshot. And then this is a Marlin Magic lure. It's gonna go all the way in the back. And then once again on our little rod riggers, which allow my rod to get out since I don't have outriggers, I have these and I don't really like using those. But this is another ballyhoo rigged up with a Squidnation mini chugger. So we're gonna pick up to about 5 to 7 knots and get these out and start trolling. Okay, my big old Marlin Magic, which is just a lure on its own, there's no bait on it. It's gonna go all the way in the back. Now, let's make sure our ballyhoo's swimming straight. So these are gonna be short. They're gonna be right outside my chine wash, which is like the V. Your boat has a prop wash and then the chine wash. And you wanna get these baits out of the white water, per se, because then they won't be seen. And they act as bait fish. Your boat acts as a giant teaser. And these big fish, like these pelagics, are out here. There's nothing out here. I mean, it's just a drop off. So these pelagics are out here looking for anything that can be a sign of bait fish. And y'all, all I'm doing is trolling 3 setups. That's it. I could pull like a teaser, but that's just a lot by yourself. So we'll pull these 3 setups and see what we get. Yo, so I just came out a little bit further. And I want to say first off, I don't recommend this to anybody, but get that out of the way. I am at a fish aggregating device 65 miles offshore. It's over 1,000 feet deep right here. You don't want to tie up on them because they're only meant as a fish aggregating device, not a mooring buoy. If you tie up on them, it causes them to break loose, and then who knows if we'll get another one out here. There used to be, I think, 8, and now there's only like 3 or 4 that are still out here because storms and other stuff cause them to break loose. But you'll hear me use the word FAD, F-A-D, and that's what that is, fish aggregating device or fish attracting device. Let's get to trolling, see what we catch. Okay, our mini chugger's hooked up. That was quick. As soon as I passed the FAD, we are hooked up. Sweet. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's see what you are. Looks like some sort of bait fish. Maybe a little toonie. Nope, big hardtail. Big old hardtail. Good gracious. That's a big blue runner. That was a waste of a ballyhoo, but it's my first fish of the day and I've been out here a long time. There you go, bud. Put on another ballyhoo on the mini chugger. So I'm gonna flip us around. Usually I go about 300 to 400 yards past the FAD. Come back around. Let's get this ballyhoo out again. I'm putting it real close to the boat. Something's hitting this one. Come on, get it. Okay, we got it. Come on, chase it. Chase it. We have it now. Looks like a little dolphin. Maybe. Come on. This was the Ilander tracker. Yeah, it is. A little mahi. Come on, get in here, buddy. Woo-hoo-hoo. Swing you in the boat. We'll keep you, because you're going to bleed out everywhere and not survive going back. Okay, I got my hook back. Awesome. Ballyhoo and little Islander tracker. Not the biggest mahi in the world, but it is something for dinner. And we came out this far. Might as well throw it in the box. It ain't gonna survive bleeding out. So there's a lot of, there's always more than one way to do things. This is how I've rigged these up and crimped them. Just a 7/0 big game J-hook, some copper rigging wire, a little 1/8 ounce egg sinker and some wire in there. And take your ballyhoo. I pull the eyes out completely, because a lot of times they'll bulge out while trolling and cause your bait to spin. And the whole point of pulling the ballyhoo is make sure it's rigged straight so it doesn't spin. Now there's a V-notch in there. You're gonna take that hook, go down, and then out the belly. There's stuff all over online about this, but make sure that's straight. If it's crooked like that, it's not gonna pull right. Now we're gonna line that chin weight up, and I have that pin in there just to kind of assist and hold that ballyhoo while I take this rigging wire and I go through the eyes a couple times. Now you can also use ballyhoo springs. You can use rubber bands. Like I said, the options are unlimited. But wrap around the eyes a couple times. Wrap that head nice and tight. Whole point is keeping that mouth closed. Now what I'm gonna do is take the poop chute and squeeze that out, and then we'll go ahead and break that tail section of the backbone. Just take your thumb, squeeze it gently, you'll feel it. And I rigged this with a 100-pound mono leader. Break the bill, flush. Take whatever your favorite lure is. Like I've mentioned a lot, this is Squidnation mini chugger, and let's get it out again. We got another dolphin on. That one's a little bit better too. Ah, come on, come on, come back and eat it. Okay, we got it now. Ooh, I was able to drop back and able to drop that bait back. That's awesome. A little bit bigger than the other one. Come here, you. I think the first one that hit was bigger and this one followed behind. Oh, I think our Nomad has something on it too. There you are. No, they're nice. Mahi, mahi. Yeah, he's a little bit bigger than the other one. Calm yourself, buddy. Calm yourself. Oh, man. Oh, crap. I was trying to get him in the box quickly. Look at the collars on him. Wow. I'm going to try to get him in the fish box. I spent all last week insulating this thing, painting it, and it's holding ice pretty well so far. Let's see what's on our deep diver. For some reason, felt like something was on it. Yep, something's on it. I put out a Nomad DTX 30-foot diver here. I think it's a 165 in that pink hot lava. It's one of my favorite ones. Is that just a big hardtail again? Good gracious. That's a big blue runner. Oh my goodness. Biggest blue runner I've caught. All right. Well, you ain't the wahoo I'm looking for. Get you there. Whew. That's fun. A lot going on at the same time. Okay, I'm doing mostly first person view here just to show you how I work. All right, well, this is what I end up throwing out there. This is a DTX 165 in that hot pink lava. Absolutely love that setup. 100-pound mono leader, that's it. You know, at these pads, there's a chance of catching mahi, wahoo, blackfin tuna, yellowfin tuna, sailfish, marlin. I mean, there's so many choices and chances of catching stuff. There's stuff blowing up right there. I mean, you never know, so you got to be prepared for everything. Okay, got it this time. Oh, another dolphin. Hey, catching fish is fun, especially like targeted species like this mahi mahi. That was fun. pretty much pitch baiting to them, even though these aren't, you know, giant bulls, at least not yet. But they're loving that blue and white Islander with the ballyhoo. Oh, that one's pretty in the water. Wow, that one's gorgeous. I mean, they're not super small, they're chickens, but look at you, look at you. I'm gonna get you. There you go. That's actually a nice one right there. That's a pretty one. Come on. Get in here. A lot of times if you have these pre-rigged, that's a bigger one of the day. All you do is unclip it, throw them in the fish box, close it up. Look at that. That is a gorgeous fish. I mean, incredible colors. Another ballyhoo. But like I was saying, what you can do is quickly throw them in the box, close the lid, unsnap it, put on another one. But I'm just using the same one. Once again, I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but I remove the eyes so they don't blow out. Sometimes you can cut the pec fin as well off so it doesn't spin, which is those. But go through right where their gills make that V shape. Make sure it's centered and straight. Come out the belly. Get that scale off, sit that hook nice and flush in between the gills, and then we'll start doing our wraps and get that back out. Another rigged up ballyhoo. Time to get our spread out again. I may end up just running 2 rods, one of that Islander tracker and then this deep diver. If I keep on getting a hardtail every 5 seconds. It is absolutely gorgeous out here. I mean, oh, look at the flying fish. We had bad storms yesterday, and typically after bad storms, you get a little bit of a north wind, but in the summer you get a high pressure system, and what that does is it pushes all the bad weather away. I'm not an expert, but you don't want to come far out in the Gulf with a low pressure system. That's where you're going to get all those thunderstorms. With the thunderstorms brings lightning and wind, and that's not good. Let's see, where is it? There it is. Just making passes by it, that's all I'm doing. Get this blue and white Islander back out. You want to make sure, I mean, it's not as important as your bait not spinning and stuff, but try to put the dark side of the lure up, you know, along the back, and then the white on the bottom. There's not too many fish that have white on top and a dark belly. It just looks natural that way. I mean, it doesn't really matter too much. Okay, there we go. Whew. We have 3 mahi in the box. In the Gulf of Mexico, there are no size regulations or limits on mahi. You know, it's all discretion. They are the fastest growing fish out here. And I'm already trying to think of ways how I'm gonna eat those. Blackened mahi, tacos, fried, grilled pieces if we catch a little bit bigger one. There's no bad way to eat mahi. So we're about to pass the fat again. I wonder which one's going to get hit, if any. Is it going to be the blue and white Islander tracker, mini chugger? I'm hoping the DTX minnow with a big wahoo gets hit. Mini chugger with a dolphin. Woo-hoo-hoo. It's been a while. Been a while, mini chugger. Oh man, this one hadn't been hit in a while. And it finally got hit. A little bit better fish too. A little bit better fish. If you have somebody with you, keep the boat going. Oh, there you are. Oh, they're such acrobatic and fun fighters. You gonna get another jump? Here it is. All right, you don't want to get another jump? They're getting bigger, slowly but surely. That'll make a good meal. Yes. That'll make a real good meal. They are chaotic, man. That's a good one. That's a nice little cow. Nice little cow of a dolphin. that will calm down. Oh, I think that, oh, there's another one back there. Let's hurry up, get this one in the box. They are loaded. Go. We got one on this one. I have the boat stopped. Oh, did he come off? Yeah. He took my ballyhoo. Come on. Did you take it? Yep, I gotta rig up 2 more. Man, that's a lot going on. It's fun though. So usually I like to show you the fish for a while, but those fish are so energetic and you want them fresh. So I'm quickly throwing them in the fish box, closing that lid and letting them ice down and trying to get back out there because we're far out, trying to make do with the time I have and try to make it back with maybe a little bit of daylight. I don't know. Let's keep on going. Okay, so it's a fish every pass. Probably going to run out of ballyhoo if I keep on catching like that, and then I'll troll that Nomad for a while and then head back in. Got some rain forming over there, but no big thunderheads so far. That clicker is a pain to turn on and off. I may just leave it on. I mean, it's killing my thumb. Now look, y'all, I'm trolling these at like 5 to 7 knots. You want to test them, your lures and your rigging in the water beside the boat, because the ballyhoo may pull better at certain speeds with certain lures, line setups, if you have outriggers, how far you put it out, all the factors. So just play around. That's how you learn stuff, is experimenting, getting out there and doing it. Probably gonna be my last pass, or last couple of passes, because I've been in this scenario before. When it starts turning from glass to a little bit of ripple, it's going to start white capping and then get real bad. So at least I can get a little closer. 65 miles is a good haul. Really want a wahoo, but I don't want to free line any of these mahi. I want to get one on the plug. Nothing on that pass. I picked up the speed a lot. Come on, get it. I'm dropping it back to you. Get it. Did he get it? Trying. Okay, we got it. Yes. Think so. Get it! Get it! Oh, there's a frigate bird. Wow, that's so cool. Oh, and the mahi. That frigate bird is awesome. That's what you want to see when offshore fishing. They'll tell you where the fish are. Wow, look how big he is. Oh my goodness. That's cool. Well, that dolphin just was tearing up my ballyhoo. He wasn't a giant. I'm gonna put one more ballyhoo on. I said I was gonna go, but how can you leave action like this? Good gracious. Well, we finally have something. Okay, it's another dolphin. Whew. Oh, look at the jumps on it. Oh man. Those things are acrobatic. That's a good one to finish the day if we can get it in. That's a real good one. There it is. Come on. I'll take that. Woo! A lot of jumps. A lot of jumps. Oh man, this is so fun. Don't get in that line. There you are. That's a good one. A little bit better. Oh, and the other one's getting hit. A little bit better one of the day. Yes. Get in, get in. Get in. Yeah, buddy. That's a good one for the day. It's always one more. That's a little bull. Probably a little 10, 11 pounder. That's a nice mahi or dolphin fish. That's a bull. They can get pretty dang big. But this one's the bigger one of the day. And his colors are still lit up. Amazing. I guess I have one more ballyhoo. Might as well toss it back out and troll. What a great day we've had so far. Beautiful fish. Look at that frigate bird. You showed me where the mahi were. Boom, here. Ready? Get it. Not wasting all my ballyhoo on you. Beautiful bird. Those are amazing to see offshore. Wow. Here. Look at that. What an amazing bird. Oh, what? You mean you can chase mahi and stuff, but not a ballyhoo? Okay, got my last ballyhoo. Thank you, buddy. These are my last 2 ballyhoo. Then it's time to go in. That frigate bird is awesome. Love seeing those when you're way out. Hey y'all, while I'm trolling my last 2 ballyhoo and I'm about to head back in, I do just want to say, if you don't already have at least these 2 items in addition to your VHF and all your other required safety gear, you don't have at least these 2. This is a PLB. You can have an EPIRB on the boat or PLB. I keep this in my pocket. And then this is a satellite texter, a Garmin inReach. These are not sponsored. This is just a safety thing. The inReach is so I can text if I'm running late, or if I got to a spot, or if something's happening that I cannot contact anybody on a VHF. It helps telling people the float plan at home and being like, hey look, I'm gonna be a little later than I thought. And then the PLB, if you fall in the water or have an emergency, serious emergency, it sends a signal. Now you always want to send out a call on your VHF, because these go off so often, it's a false alarm. So you want to send out a call on your VHF if you can. But I have these attached to me. If you fall in the water, these are useless if they're not on you, along with your life jacket. Just a PSA, that's it. But make another pass. Surprised nothing hit them on that last pass. There are free jumping mahi everywhere. Little bitty chicken dolphin mixed with some bobos. So what that means is something's chasing them up. Well, that was incredibly fun. Turned out to be an awesome day of catching. You know, nothing over 20 pounds, but still a fish is a fish, especially delicious tasting mahi like that from the big, beautiful, vast Gulf of Mexico waters. We have a 62.5 mile boat ride back to Orange Beach Pass. Gonna take me a couple hours, depending on how much fuel I want to burn. I've already burned 43 gallons coming out here. I know a lot of y'all ask. Some trips are great in fuel mileage, and then these offshore trips make up for those inshore and pier trips, because you burn some fuel coming out here and trolling. It's always cheaper to go fly fish at the fish market, but you don't get that quality, and also you don't get the experience. So I am going to tuck everything away, secure the deck. Yo, we made it back. 6:55 p.m. Not too bad, not too bad. Burned a lot more gas than I wanted to, mainly because I had to launch up here. It's so busy, but it's 4th of July. I mean, it's going to be busy. Everybody's out enjoying their time. So I want to go home and relax and enjoy the holiday day, and then we'll clean these fish tomorrow and have us a good Friday fish fry. So I'll see you then. We are back home, and it's the next day. It's a nice Friday outside, and it's been a while since we've been on our Bird of Prey tailgate cleaning board, and this is a great way to break in my new fish box I installed on the boat, or I built. I insulated, and it kept ice. I had to pick the ice with an ice pick to get my fish out, so that's impressive. But we have our 5 mahi, and look at the difference. Here's a male, a bull. See that flat head like they ran into a brick wall? And there's a cow. See the round head? Those are the difference, female and a male. But we're gonna take our Sword 7-inch flex fillet right there and get to cleaning these fish. They're very easy. It's a gorgeous fish. I mean, look at that dorsal fin on it. Very pretty. These fins here, some of my favorite. How the color on them is lit up and the way they stick down like that, so cool. But we're gonna clean this fish. There's a lot of head meat, so we don't want to miss any of that. They're very easy to clean. They have soft skin, so, and not really any scales. Now, a lot of people go, and I've done it this way too, go and outline it, then peel the skin back. I don't like doing that. It leaves too much connective tissue. Kind of makes the fillet look ugly. So we're gonna clean it like I typically do any fish. Go up around that head, rotate that knife around, and go all the way down to the tail. Sharp knife helps get through that. Just use the tip too. And now run that knife along that bone, and see, very easy to clean. Just running that sharp, a little bit of flex in that knife helps run over the bones. Now once you get over their spine, you're going to go down and back, same thing. Now I like to poke through, go to the tail, cut that off. Now we're going to do around the rib cage. Hear me cracking through those pin bones. And then I save these bellies. See the bellies? I save those for bait. A lot of people use mahi bellies for sword fishing as well, but I save those for strips, strip bait. They're tough. And fillet it right off. And there's our mahi fillet. Look at that, very, very pretty fillet. Do the same thing on the other side. See their head? If you didn't fillet their head, you'd miss all that meat. Now it's time to skin it. They have some thin skin, but I need to get that rest of that rib cage out of there. There we go. And now start at the tail. Keep your knife as parallel to the cleaning board as you can, cutting board. And I aim it up a little bit because their skin is thin and easy to cut through. And if we did it right, there should be no skin. Yep, no skin right there. Very clean fillet. We'll cut that red meat out, put these into nuggets, and rinse and repeat on the same thing for all these fish here, and then get ready to have a nice Friday fish fry. I love their skin though. Like mahi is one of my favorite like color patterns. I've had wallets with the little mahi color belts and stuff. It's just absolutely gorgeous. That green, the yellow, and then the blue dots in there, especially when they're fresh out of the water, they're all lit up. That's really cool. But I'm gonna do the same thing on all these fish, and then I'll see you when we're ready to cook and have a nice dinner. Yeah, so we are in the kitchen, everyone, and we're gonna fry outside. But first, let's make our batter. Everyone does things different. I like to change it up, but this is extremely easy and delicious when you fry it. Great on shrimp too. But we have our mahi pieces cut into nice squares or rectangles, see that? Or nuggets. Pretty much simple ingredients. Okay, mustard, which is a great binder. Your Creole seasoning, your favorite kind. I'm using Tony's Original. Can't go wrong with that because it's got enough salt in there where you don't have to add any, but it's not over salty. Have some hot sauce. This is just some Zatarain's. White lily cornmeal mix and all-purpose white lily flour. Let's add our mustard on here, and we're not doing any crazy measurements. Just coat your fish. You want it coated. There we go. We're gonna add some of our hot sauce. And this isn't really spicy, it's more just for flavor. There's a lot of vinegar in all this, but trust me, when you fry it like this, you won't even taste the mustard or the hot sauce. You'll just get that nice flavor. There's our hot sauce. Time to add our Tony's in. All right, that's it. Let's mix this together. Trust me, it's gonna look crazy and it sounds crazy, but it comes up amazing. But here we go. Let me wash my hands and add our flour. Here's our cornmeal, just 2 little scoops, and then the rest is flour. Be generous. Be very generous. You want the batter. So, there we go. We're gonna mix this together, make sure every piece is coated. Like I said, don't be afraid to add a bunch of flour in there. But all of our fish is coated. Let's wash our hands, go down and start heating up our oil. We're outside on this beautiful 4th of July weekend. It's Friday evening and it's great weather. So we're gonna fry outside. You've seen me do this before. It doesn't smell up the house when you're done frying. And also, what's no better way to enjoy fresh fish than outside of this beautiful area. This is called a Gico. It's just a charcoal stove. We got it a long time ago at an Indian market, an international Indian market. I believe they're made in Kenya as cooking devices, just an outside charcoal stove. I don't really have a link for these. I mean, you can look them up online. It's just a basic charcoal stove. You could probably fabricate one yourself, but it's called a Gico, and it's used a lot in Kenyan and Indian type cooking. So let's put our wok on here. And we're gonna heat up our peanut oil. It looks like my bowl of mahi, like it smashed itself into the wall. There we go. We'll let this oil get warm, bring down our fish and get to frying. Our oil has come to temp 350 degrees. It's rising 356. So it's time to add our fish in. If you're unsure, you can dip a little bit of batter from your fish. It starts sizzling, it's ready. And look at that, it's ready. So let's remove that thermometer and add a few pieces at a time. That's a good looking piece of mahi right there, fresh from the Gulf. It's gonna be good, everyone. You don't want to overcrowd it with this type of frying. So we'll add about 5 pieces at a time. Once they start floating and become that nice golden brown, it'll be ready to go. That's gonna be good on a pretty day. Got a nice flame going and got our oil hot. Those look good. It doesn't take long. Mahi's a nice mild white flaky fish, and cutting them up into nice bite-sized pieces like that, or a good serving size, takes like probably 4 to 5 minutes at the most to fry. Real easy. You can put this on a drying rack, or you can do a plate with a paper towel. Keep life simple. These are finished. They're still hot, so they will continue to cook on the plate. You don't want to overdo it. You also don't want them raw in the middle. But overdone, they're going to be really dry and tough. Look at that. Beautiful mahi. And that oil's ready for the next batch. See that? Let those cool down and we'll give that a taste. Add in the rest of our fish while the oil's still getting it. We'll let that second batch do the same thing as the first. Ain't no different. There's our first batch. Very pretty, simple. Pretty much everyone has hot sauce, mustard, and flour, and simple seasoning in their kitchen already. And it's great with shrimp as well. But we're gonna let these cool down and give them a nice taste test. We have some hush puppies upstairs that we're gonna add as well. I can't resist. I think they've cooled down enough to eat. Oh wow, see, that's why mahi is delicious and served pretty much everywhere that you get fresh seafood, because of how mild, flaky, and tasty it is, and you can do anything with it. Let's give a piece of this fresh Gulf mahi, dorado, dolphin fish, whatever you want to call it, but you'll see it mahi most of the time on a restaurant menu. Straight from the Gulf of Mexico to our plate. Let's give it a try. That's not going to last very long in the house, I can tell you that. Wow, there's really not much to say. It's southern fried fish, fresh Gulf fish, and it is delicious. No better way than enjoying it out here. I'm going to take that upstairs and enjoy our nice Friday afternoon for 4th of July weekend. 4th of July was actually yesterday when I went fishing, but you know, pretty much since it's in the middle of the week, if you can get off work on the weekend and celebrate it. Hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a while since we've done a catch, clean, and cook, and I'm glad that I was able to break in my new fish box I made with some awesome fish like that. It was a fun trip. I appreciate you for watching. Check out all of our awesome partners and sponsors down in the video description, and we'll see you on the next one. I want to thank the good Lord up above for everything he does for us, and we'll see you later. Nice Freeman going by, and that's our second batch going. We gone.